Welcome to Picks Central. Today we are brought to you by DraftKings. July's ending with a bang. UFC 304 with not just one but two titles on the line. Get your own crown. Jump in on all the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC. Is that this weekend?
It happened on Saturday.
Oh, that was Saturday. 304.
Great card. Yep. Tom
Shout out
Aspinall,
Patty.
round one KO. Patty, easy dub.
It's super easy for first timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a fighter to win. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, select a fighter, and place your first bet. It's that simple. The welterweight and interim heavyweight title round was on the main card, but it's stacked card of fights. Speaking of stacked, if you're new to DraftKings, listen up. New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code PICKCENTRAL. That's code PICKCENTRAL. For new customers, get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Fellas, we got Rico, we got Big Ev, we got Clemmer, and we have Smitty. Full crew today. I wasn't here all last week. I was in Chicago. How was last week?
Friday was good.
Is that a good week?
Just grinding.
I was in Chicago too.
We're all in Chicago.
Yeah.
I was out from Monday to Friday. I'm saying
yeah.
Monday to Wednesday.
Much. I don't remember what I had for breakfast. So,
Jesus Christ.
nobody remembers.
Terrible
being
vibe
out.
to start the show.
Friday, Rico and I were here. We had Mike Princess to call in, which was pretty fun.
It's nice.
That was good.
That was good to say.
Yeah, he was talking Yankees, talking Mets, talking football. It was good. It was a really good show.
The Mets didn't need any pitching. Oh no, Mets didn't need any offense, but then they went and got Winker. So
Yeah,
That was a good
and
trade.
Senga goes down, so
Senga going down is tough.
very tough.
Very tough.
Winker
for Snell.
Winker would have been great 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Oh, Winker's fine. No,
Not decent.
he's a
Like
good,
I
some of the
said,
guys were
Winker-
trotting out there.
Winker would have been great 3 years ago.
He's a
He's
good
fine now.
all right.
It's better than some of the guys.
Hey,
were
king
trotting
of
out there.
semantics. That's what I said.
That's fine.
Snell is the guy.
I thought anybody else think Winker was fucking going to be lights out. I mean, him and Castellanos when they were in the outfield for the Reds put on MVP numbers.
Yeah.
Not what both of them are doing now. Put it that way.
Speaking of trade deadline's been, I think, kind of weird so far. Everyone was like, Yankees, Dodgers are going for Paredes or whatever. Then the Cubs got him. That was
strange. That was
strange.
it has been the strangest trade of
It's
the week.
like
Mid game, mind you.
mid-game, which we were just kind of talking about this. Is there like an open Zoom where like everyone can hop in and then just talk, and then fucking Jeff Passan's right there, and that's how he knows? Like, why can't the trade just happen after the game?
Well, it does happen technically after the game, but during the game is when someone leaks it to him.
Well, what's that? Wasn't there a clip from the 80s where
Yes,
somebody got
because
traded
the
mid game
trade-
and had to like switch uniforms?
It was a
There was
doubleheader.
The Flores game,
it.
too, where he didn't end up.
He's on the roster for the game,
Yeah.
so it technically does not happen until the game's over. Because Chris Morel was on the roster for that
Could
game.
have he kept playing,
Yes,
even if he got traded?
correct. Well, he wasn't traded yet. He's traded after the game.
Trade. I understand you semantics, motherfucker.
It's not semantics. This is just facts.
It's facts, but people have been pulled mid game.
He's
I don't know.
the one trade. I
I don't know. I'm trying
have him
to. You asked me what I'm explaining to you how it works, and then you get mad when someone explains to you how it works.
No, but you just don't listen to the other part. There's other parts to what I'm trying to explain. I don't care. It's a weird trade no matter what.
I'm saying no, but I would say logically it wouldn't make sense for him to bat again for your team, even if the trade is like handshake agreed upon. 'Cause
Right.
What happens? He goes and twists his ankle.
Of course.
Yeah. Like obviously you're just
Why
gonna pull him
not?
out.
Of course you are. Yeah, because there's still sometimes there's still like the physicals component. So right, that could fuck up the trade. What if he blows his knee out? You're absolutely
what I'm
right.
saying, like,
But he is on the roster for that game. I don't think I did anything wrong there, Marty.
No, you did.
But this is a question for the Cubs fan.
Get the fucking.
I'm pointing at the Cubs.
I know.
fan.
I don't want to fucking bat in my face.
Pointing at the Cubs fan. I thought I was under the assumption that Morel was an important part of that organization's future.
He's batting not 198.
I mean, he has a lot of
14
he has a
home
lot of
runs,
problems.
and
Okay.
so he's his power hitting. I could see him hitting 40 home runs for the race, but he's a liability at third base.
He can't play. He's not a third baseman, and he also has
I trust that coming from a diehard Cubs fan.
So let me ask you a question. The Smitty I know would in 4 seconds throw on a Cubs jersey and throw out the first pitch at Wrigley. Fact.
Hardo, Smitty, yeah.
No, Smitty himself would.
Yeah.
Also, Dave was right. I think Dave hit it right on the nose. I think it does not matter that I threw the jersey on. The first pitch used to mean something.
Marty, 100%.
100% used to mean something. I went to the game on Wednesday. 5 first pitches.
Oh my god.
5. It was insane. I got how many fucking people are going?
They all
out
throw it
here?
at the same time?
No, one by one.
Then it's not even the first pitch.
I know.
You were the
crazy.
fourth pitch.
They do that almost every game I go to. It's almost always multiple. Not
It
always
used,
5,
it used
but
to be
there's always
just
a
a
couple.
minor league thing, and now it's
It used to honestly mean something. Like it used to be like someone pretty big going out
Yeah.
there, or like.
Right.
and I get it for the minors. It's somebody's birthday, and you have like 10 people out there.
Yeah,
Or
whatever.
Like, that's
But 5 first pitches was wild.
5 is a lot.
Cole Kmet threw out the first pitch that game.
I saw that.
oh.
And hey,
You shake his hand?
there's a chance that Martin Mush might be on Hard Knocks.
How big are his mitts?
Yeah.
Huge,
Yeah.
ginormous.
All athletes, big hands. Bro.
Yeah, but him especially, it just seems.
Yeah,
like
it might
he's
be
got some
on it.
balls.
Be big.
I talked to him. We were talking to him about his first pitch, and then this guy came up to us, me, Eddie, and Spider, being like, "Hey, can you sign this? Like, this might be on Hard Knocks." I was like, "Oh shit, yeah,
That'd be awesome.
That'd be sick." But yeah, what other trades? The Phillies.
Well, your Orioles
Orioles are right now.
are getting a lot better.
Well, that's
What they get?
so they got
Zach
Zach
Eflin. And they're your whole thing with the Orioles, you said they didn't have starting pitching. They went and got, and not only that, but they're also talking to the Tigers about Scoop.
Talking, it means nothing.
Well,
That actually means nothing.
so the Orioles.
The Yankees were talking to Paredes. The Yankees are talking to talking means nothing.
Well, they went and got somebody though. They went and got a starting pitcher. They went and got Zach Eflin, who
that-
I think slots in
You think
perfectly with
that
that
puts
rotation.
them over the
this
top.
afternoon.
The Orioles have been not playing. The Orioles have been playing horrible as well.
I agree, but your whole thing was you don't take the Orioles seriously because they don't have starting pitching. But they went and got a starting pitcher. So
So one starting pitcher has got.
well, it's a big.
They have a top 3.
Yeah,
that is
they have a good
enough for the
3.
playoffs.
Thank
But
enough
look
with your bat hit me in the hand.
I
Put
apologize.
the bat away. Put the bat away.
Don't touch my stick.
feel
you
I-
never touch another man's stick.
Then put the
You know
stick
that.
away. I feel. Like
I will keep
Jeff
the
Galooly over here, fucking running around the bat.
I will keep the stick in the pants. Hey, it's a big night. Phillies, Yankees. We're ready to go. Okay? You see some Phillies fans here ready to go. You see some Yankees people here ready to go. You see some people in Cubs hats. We're ready to fucking go. Let me say this. Look in the camera. Right here. And this is for Ebo, RDT, and the rest of the bird bath.
loses. Sorry.
Disagree. We'll be in the playoffs. I feel so bad for you already that the back end of the bullpen and your futures are based on Sir Anthony Dominguez and Craig Kimbrell. I feel bad.
They got Cano starting games now. Yeah, near Cano, I think. I mean, closing games. Excuse me. I think they're moving off Kimbrell. They need a.
No, they need to move
They
on.
need. They need a.
They
You're
need to
absolutely
move on
right.
Kimbrell. But Sir Anthony Dominguez, 2 years ago,
Kimball is still getting checks.
Oh yeah.
Checks.
Big ones.
You know they should have. They should have gotten Estevez instead of you guys.
yeah, 100%. Sir Anthony Dominguez, 2 years ago, lights out. Since then, solid dude, okay reliever. He cannot be trusted, especially in the playoffs. You put him and Craig Kimbrell back to back. I understand Cano. He's awesome. He's electric. He's back. You put them back to back, it's going to be tough to watch. It just will be tough to watch.
If anyone actually, this isn't even trolling. I swear to God, if anyone actually cared about the Orioles as an organization,
Shut
What
up.
are you talking about, Marty?
can you listen to me for 1 second? Can I say it? You dumb fuck. If anyone cared about the Orioles as an organization, they'd be talked about right now about how shitty they really have been. The Yankees have only anyone's talk about the Yankees how bad they've been.
You live in New York.
I think as a whole, everyone.
No, people were talking about the Orioles not playing well.
Are they?
You're looking at someone who's a Yankees fan that lives in New York.
No one's talking about the Orioles as much about how bad they've been. The Yankees were 10-29 at one point basically, and they were 1 game out of
The Orioles haven't been as bad as the Yankees have been
They've
either.
been very bad.
But they haven't been as bad. That's another
why-
reason.
Haven't been great.
When you stop getting that Orioles fucking dick out of your mouth, when do you understand how? Like, when are you gonna be like, oh, maybe they're not one of the best teams?
Not gonna lie, I'll say it. Actually, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Go.
No, you have to say it.
Go. No, I can't.
Say what you were gonna say.
I can't say it.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
The voice of God. Just say you have to say it.
I know. I'm not gonna say it.
What was it about?
It was about the Orioles up and comers. They probably have good dicks. Gunnar Henderson.
I beat him in the gauntlet.
Yeah. Well, there you
How
go.
about that?
There you go.
That's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. I know that's true.
Also-
it's embarrassing. I beat Francis in the gauntlet. All American. I was proud of myself.
Good for you.
Yeah, I was
You're a yak guy. I forgot.
that's not necessarily true. No, I went and I did well against. That's for a guy like me. That's pretty good.
Yeah, sure.
I was happy with myself.
Oh, I'm glad for you.
Thank you. Appreciate
Really happy for you.
Why?
Did you jerk off Gunnar Henderson after you did it, or?
No, I didn't. We did it at the same time. I never met the man. I haven't had the privilege to put my hands around his penis yet. But maybe one day. But the Orioles, I know you hate the Orioles. You have to admit, getting F1 is a nice move for them. You have to acknowledge that.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a better move than you guys getting Jazz Chisholm.
Can they still improve their bullpen? Or is that what they're going to trot out?
They can. The problem is the price for the bullpen has been huge. You see what these guys are paying for these arms? Like, you're paying as much for a starter as you are for a reliever right now. It's
the Phillies
crazy.
gave up a lot for Carlos Estevez.
So let's see. Okay, we'll talk about that tweet by Jeff Pazan. If you can get that up, Dukes, or Meek, who do you think is being traded for from this tweet that Jeff Pazan broke for the Estevez and two minor leaguers for the Phillies? Like, it's worded in the weirdest fucking way possible.
Were you asking for like Dukes to pull that up? Or
Yeah, I guess.
Wow.
I don't know. Never mind. Well, you brought it up, Meek. I thought it was a topic of conversation.
What?
Were we not talking about
you
this
said they
pre-show?
gave up a lot for us.
Yeah, why
He's
can't-
working on it. He's working on it.
Yeah, but that was a troll, so I thought the tweet was already in the bank.
some trolls are spontaneous. and
Phil
it's not,
knows how to
it's
bring
not,
shit
they did
up
give up
now?
a lot.
They didn't give up a lot.
They
They
did
gave up
a lot.
two minor prospects. Hayden Miller, Justin Crawford, or fucking Andrew Painter would have been a lot, Meek. The two guys they gave up was not a lot for the return of one of the best closers in the league who hasn't given up a run too much, in which Jeff Pazan refused to acknowledge in his tweet.
Passing.
Completely, Pazan, I'm not pronouncing his name right if he's not putting out actual facts in trades.
Well, I mean,
I actually do like him.
okay,
Yes.
If he's omitting facts.
Phil did the Zoom in thing on Friday, Marty,
I can only,
on my legs.
he keeps pretending that he doesn't know how to
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
things
It's a
up.
little evil genius.
No, he knows how to. He just doesn't probably know how to like do like this.
I mean,
Well,
if
that's
you
about his-
thought
No, he
that there was
pretends.
a mic
All right.
drop for that,
He knows how to use. He knows how to use.
That
Twitter.
wasn't the tweet.
This is literally a tweet.
No, it's not.
That wasn't.
Was there one before that, Phil?
It's not the tweet.
How about directly before that tweet?
Phil texted Passon today that he had an error in his article on ESPN, and that's why he's trying to save face with Passon.
What was the reply back, Phil? Leave me
You can't just
alone.
defend your friends blindly, Phil.
Yeah, that's it.
Especially if you work here. You don't see me doing that.
Is this it?
That's the only tweet he had about Estevez.
God, no,
Scroll
it's
up,
not.
Dukes.
I think
But
that's it.
I blogged it. I blogged it on Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah,
all
there
right.
you go. Thanks, Phil. Jesus Christ.
Hold on, I'll make a better trade.
What do you mean make a better trade? They did.
What's your issue
They
with
did a
this
great
tweet? What's your issue with this?
Oh, it's a.
They didn't say who's coming
Well,
to the Phillies.
You might not have known yet.
No, but when you say you have a significant deal that will send top pitching prospects
Yeah.
with the Angels, who do you think's coming?
Well, if you know what's going on, he's not Mike Trout 'cause he's hurt.
oh my
Thank you,
God!
Clever.
See, why can't
Thank
we
you,
have fun
Clever.
on this show anymore? Honestly, why can't we?
Is that fun
Why
to
can't
be
we have
wrong?
fun? Dude, Smitty's making a fucking joke that it was a wild tweet, and
yeah.
you, if you know what's going on, you know it's not him. It's a joke.
It is a wild tweet.
When you go around looking for purple hats, it's a joke.
But
and somebody,
No, that's what we're doing.
and somebody with as much journalistic integrity as you claim to have.
I've never claimed. First off,
I love being back. Honestly, I don't know why.
I've never claimed to have journalistic integrity. I'm a fucking idiot.
Human
A
integrity.
and B.
Like 6 seconds before the show, he moved from this seat to that seat.
Yeah, and he picks up this bat. You're a big enough guy. You don't need to threaten me with the bat.
Honestly,
You-
when
you-
I'm
you-
not on the show for a while, I like just coming in after you.
But even if he didn't know, shouldn't you wait until you know?
That's a fair question. That's a fair point. I don't hate that. Because, like, the key of the deal isn't the prospects, right? It's the player you're getting back.
100%.
But obviously, well, in this business, though, I think you got to be first. You know what I mean? Like,
They weren't even the Phillies' top prospects, though. Not even close.
yeah, that's a fair. I think that's a fair point.
They were 5 and 7 on Baseball America's list.
They are not Justin Crawford. They are not
But they
Andrew
are-
Painter, and they are not Aiden Miller. That's the only three that would be noteworthy in Philadelphia if they were traded from the minors during this trade deadline.
Okay, but those guys they sent still could be good.
Sure.
I mean, anyone could be good.
Player to be named later could be good. Yeah.
So who do you think is going to get moved by tomorrow?
I was kind of interested. Snell is a definite possibility.
I don't know. The Giants just had a sweep. They're only like 3.5 games back. They got a pretty good starting staff. You think they go all out and sell?
Yeah, but doesn't he have an option to get out of there?
Yeah, basically at the end of this year, he has a $30 million option. 30, I think it's 30, right, Phil? For next year.
31. I've seen 38. I've seen 31. I've seen 30. So go whatever. 30 plus.
So, but it's his option entirely. Odds are he would opt out of that.
Yeah,
because there's going to be more guaranteed money if in a multi-year deal. So you're only getting him for 2 months.
So that might not cost you that much.
Or it might cost you more than you're comfortable with because he's only for 2 months. So that you're kind of battling that. Yankee fans, how do you feel about Jazz Chisholm? I'm really curious about this.
I thought they needed a leader.
To be completely honest, I think it's everyone's like, oh, he's not that. Our lineup is horrible at the moment.
I thought this was a good move.
He's not a leadoff hitter though, or he shouldn't be. He doesn't get on base.
I just think it's a fine.
He's Alex Verdugo.
I don't think it's a great move. I think it's a fine move. I think
was the exact
we
word I
needed
was
to do something.
Fine move. It's an extra bat in the lineup.
And he's fast. We have no fast guys.
Speed.
We have no one that's fast.
Gets caught stealing a lot. Not a lot, but enough. He got the league.
Truly, we have no one that's fast on the team. I don't think it fixes the Yankees, but I think that it
sure
does. It's fine move. I don't think it's like the end of the world. I don't think
Bats leadoff though, correct?
Bats fifth.
That fifth, yes. I mean, he's only played one game.
The Yankees are still targeting other infield solutions. Jonathan India is a name that's being tossed
That's
around.
Yandy Diaz, too.
Yandy Diaz is a name that's been tossed around. The Yankees are not done.
If we get
they're not done.
I love India.
I love India too.
He's a guy that gets on base. I think I brought him up when we were talking to Mike.
I have nowhere really to put him, but I love India.
We need a second baseman.
I mean, Jazz can play.
He can. He's not very good at it. That's the one thing I like about Chisholm. He has versatility, and he's also only 26.
That's why I'd like India to actually play the second base.
You don't blame me.
So Glaber doesn't have to. Jazz doesn't have to. He can
He's
play
only 26.
elsewhere.
I thought he was like 20.
Who goes to third?
Yeah, Jason 26.
He's talking about Glaber, but he already said doesn't want to do that. But Glaber's not really in a spot to be picking and choosing right now.
Aaron Boone said
He's hit slightly better actually the last week or two.
He's hitting a lot better.
Boone said in the game yesterday they're going to put Jazz Chisholm at third base.
Yeah, they said that too.
She's never played in the majors before.
Yeah,
well, we don't have a third baseman. Literally, we have no third
No,
baseman.
you got Aaron Boone.
I'll be
Suit him back up.
fine putting him out there right now. The Yankees Red Sox games were crazy this weekend.
They were.
They were actually crazy.
I watched Saturday night and I was like, "This
Saturday night was
fucking banana land."
I think Trent Grisham got even a hit at the end of that game. Like
that game was nuts.
Every game was nuts. Besides last night, it was pretty fucking nuts. But back to the question: who else do you think that gets bigger names? Like, do you think Skubal goes? Do you think Crochet goes?
I don't think Crochet goes. So Crochet put kind of an ultimatum out there over the weekend, saying if you do trade for me, I'm not going to play in the playoffs unless you give me an extension, which has scared off a lot of teams.
What the fuck?
Who the fuck is Crochet to do that?
Yep.
Honestly.
So
it would make me never want him ever.
I don't really understand why he would what's the upside to saying? I understand getting the contract obviously, but I just don't like.
He probably knows it's the best.
He's hitting an innings limit, so he's afraid. He's like, look, if I overextend myself for you, I want to get something in the back end. I want to make sure I'm taken care of.
I just feel like he's pitched well enough. Like he's gonna get a big contract.
That's all you do. Go to a contender.
Like why do you have to ultimatum the playoffs?
And you're gonna get a big contract next. That's insane.
I would love to see a team call his bluff. Imagine if he goes. What's a fringe playoff team? Right? Imagine if he goes to just theoretically the
Mets.
Imagine if he goes to the Mets, leads them to the playoffs.
Would be so Mets.
And just stops.
Just give me a contract or I'm not pitching another. I'm not throwing another pitch.
Well, the guy's jersey I'm wearing did that. Harvey, remember he was threatening to do that, and then
what happened to him?
So actually, if you're Crochet, it's like see what happened. He went and pitched in the playoffs, and then he ended up ruining his career.
And Harvey's still at One Oak. Remember that when he was at One Oak till like 4 a.m. before he pitched.
He just holds in his peas too long.
It's Batman.
Yeah,
man holds in piss.
What a career
crime.
Harvey Day. Fucking unreal. Everybody get excited, and grown men would wear fucking Batman face things and full costumes. And then he was a fake tough guy. He was like, "Yeah, give me the ball." He knew he was fucking whatever.
Mets struggled this week, right?
Yeah. Well,
Took the first two, and then
it wasn't great.
It wasn't horrible.
Offense went to sleep Saturday. I went to both Saturday and Sunday. I saw 2 total runs to the Mets.
Hey, Mets are playing good ball.
Playing all right. They're all right. They're hanging in there. They got a. You know what's a name, Marty? You talk about a name that could get moved that I think could be an impact for some, not the Mets necessarily, but Brent Rooker. Like he would really help like the Yankees out. He would really help because there's teams that could really use him.
Kid for the A's.
Yeah.
The A's seem
It's a
to,
great stick, but can't play a lick of D.
everyone's kind of seemed to die down on all the A's players for some reason. Like Mason Miller.
Mason Miller hurt.
He's got hurt. Yeah.
Broke his pinky.
True.
Getting so mad, he getting the trainer's thing. He punched the
that was a
trainer's
question
bed.
I had. How does that?
Been there.
Why do they have to tell the truth there?
So he tried to lie. His agent tried to lie.
Should.
And then the manager for the A's, Mark Hotze, says it's not how we do business. We tell the truth around here.
That's crazy to me.
Oh, yeah, the moral integrity of the
Oakland A's.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very funny.
Listen, I think everyone should tell the truth.
I'd say watch Moneyball one too many times.
In that you should that's one time in the NHL one guy like hurt himself eating pancakes too fast. Lie. Don't say that. You know?
I don't think the owner of the A's has ever told the truth.
Yeah, that's all.
What are we talking about
that's
here?
crazy.
Like, look at your boss, Mark.
Like, how about you maybe have your players back for a second? Be like, listen, yeah, he got hurt during the game.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's kind of coming from a guy who played in the majors for a long time.
Yes. Yeah, he knows how.
A little strange.
Yeah, it was very. Maybe he just hates the guy. Maybe they hate each other. I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe. Or he was like, he really wants to keep him on the team. And he was like, this guy's crazy.
This will tank his value.
Yeah.
This is a smaller thing, but Taylor Ward and the Angels, people are saying he's likely to get moved. I think you're going to see guys like Tyler Anderson, some of these like mid pitchers get moved. Like Michael Lorenzen just got moved today. He went to the Royals. So you'll see those moves obviously tomorrow.
I swear, I want like a blockbuster.
When's the official deadline?
Tuesday at 6.
Snell be-
Tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Even though he's a rental, is Snell like a blockbuster?
Yes.
Snell would be.
I would
Well, it's Cy Young last
Under
year.
a good
Yeah.
team. Yeah.
He has an ERA of 75 in July. Like he's out of control.
Like
right now.
NBA, there's
But
usually
he just threw a
fucking-
gem.
75. Yes.
No, 0.75.
Yes.
You have to. You did this the other day when you said it's
I'm
combined
sorry.
ERA.
You're right.
Fair.
Did
Apologize.
this the other day.
I apologize. I apologize.
I thought he was having a shit July, and I'm like, he's throwing really well.
I apologize.
So his ERA is what?
0.75.
Okay, right. Because an ERA of 75 is
Would be
really
terrible.
bad.
Yes.
You okay?
I assume.
That's how you laid out the term.
I shouldn't assume because it makes an ass out of you and
Yes.
me, but I assumed you would be able to know the
Would it be
difference.
okay if he said 0.75?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But zero is.
But he says an ERA of 75.
75.
Two
yes.
completely different things.
You're right.
Way different.
Rico,
I was very wrong though. I apologize, Rico.
And then he says this guy has a combined ERA of
Yeah.
5.11. I'm like,
In like AA and AAA, and I was wrong.
it's an
Yeah.
average ERA.
Yes.
Combined ERA of 5 over 3 years ain't that bad.
well, like you hold him
Also
accountable.
Also true.
Hold him accountable.
He has been. He's been a
Reads his
watchdog.
stat- That's the one thing about that guy. He reads his stats incorrectly.
Ooh,
Lemmer, yeah. He's been reading stats incorrectly. I'm calling him out on it.
Explain some of my picks. I'm just reading them wrong.
Is there anything else baseball wise anyone would like to touch?
Austin Hayes is now pretty much a full-time left fielder for the Phillies, which and Randy
Yeah, Rosarena.
Rosarena.
that was an early
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah.
early trade.
I love this trade for the
I'm a
Mariners.
Splooges to the Mariners.
Yeah.
Well, they need hitters, and they got one. So now they need another one.
You love this trade for the Mariners, but the way the Rays work, look at
stink
those guys in 2 years.
Fairbanks hasn't got traded yet, right?
No.
I'm sorry.
Fairbanks has not got.
No, he will get moved.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
There was a lot of smoke with him in the Yankees yesterday, and then it kind of died down. I don't know what
now
happened.
it's Yandy Diaz. They're saying the
Yeah.
Yankees are potentially in on Diaz.
I think you might see the Blue Jays make a lot of moves between now and then.
Oh, yeah, what's
They
going
better
on?
get
They were
started.
selling
They
everybody.
they traded a couple relievers. They haven't done dick.
Cubs guys. The Cubs got a reliever from the Blue Jays.
Yimi Garcia went to the Mariners. No doubt. That's the Blue Jays. I don't know.
Nate Pearson.
Hey, Pierce.
Oh yeah,
he was the top
that
pitching
was-
prospect in baseball
yeah.
3 years ago.
No, he stinks.
He's been
I'm just
bad.
saying. Like I saw that they're even getting traded.
Rays. You know who's made all the trades have been the Rays. The Rays have made like
That's it.
a shitload of trades. Jason Adam got moved. Who's
Trades
a very good
away, right? The
Yeah.
Rays are not in it.
Selling big.
Kind of respect that. They know that they're not going to be World Series contenders this year, and they're just rebuilding. In 2-3 years, they'll be right
I
back.
don't even think that's it though. I think that they just know they're never going to pay anyone, so they'd rather just start over.
I think both things are true.
I think
Yeah.
yeah,
Never
yeah.
pay anyone. Zach Eflin signed their the largest contract for a pitcher ever in Tampa Bay, and they just dished him 2 years later.
Because I bet when they signed that, they knew they weren't going to. Actually, no, they signed the biggest contract ever is Juan Franco.
True.
So they have that money kicking around. They don't have to pay him anymore. So yeah, what do the Rays do with all their money?
They
Who
get
knows?
that money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they shouldn't get it back since he's such a bad guy. They should go somewhere else.
Once you're on the suspended list, you no longer have to pay the player. So it's a big deal. Yeah. No, I think the Blue Jays, Chris Bassett, you could see get moved. Kevin Gausman could get moved. There's a lot of guys. I think Vladdy would help all of our teams out. But are they going to – I don't think they're going to move him.
Clemmer, I want to touch on that. The Blue Jays thinking they can compete in 2025 has to be the most short-sighted decision.
So
of any
asinine.
team.
It's like Angels last year. There's like these fraud teams that think they're any good. They suck, and they're ruining their farm systems because they think they're going to be good.
Ruining other teams.
Can we revisit that? How the Angels bought last year instead of trading Ohtani or Trout or like anything?
Yes, they
Bought.
could have
Forgot
traded
about that.
Ohtani.
They
That was so
bought
stupid. That was so
last year.
stupid. I forgot about
They
that.
destroyed their farm system.
It's
That was so bad.
crazy.
How many games were they out of the wild card? They were trying to sell themselves.
They weren't like unrealistic.
They were in the mix, but then remember Ohtani got hurt the week later. They
Yeah.
ended up finishing I think 76 and 86.
Yeah, of course.
And they gave
That was-
everybody away. And they, I wrote a blog about this last week.
Who they got back wasn't even like great.
No, it was like
Yeah.
C.J. Crone and
Yeah, that's right.
Giolito.
CJ Crone is elite.
Yeah, like, they got
MVP,
shit back.
right?
Couldn't tell you where he's playing right now, but he's elite.
He's still over there, isn't he?
I think he's on the couch, isn't he?
I think he's on the couch. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, but there's certain guys. If you put him in a playoff game, I think that guy's getting you a fucking dinger. Like who was the guy we had? I forget his name.
Didn't you bet him for MVP?
Yeah, and he had MVP numbers.
Daniel Murphy.
Who did?
No, Raul Abani.
Yeah, maybe on April 14th.
on Uribe.
When did
On
CJ
Uribe
Crone
was
have
a
MVP
fucking electric
numbers?
factory.
Yeah.
He was electric.
It was
factory.
snow on the ground when C.J.
When
Crone
did
had
he have
MVP numbers.
numbers?
He had MVP numbers like for the first,
was the first, like,
month and a
month.
half of the season.
Because I remember
Last year.
Rico was like, "Why? He's not even on the MVP odds. What's going on?"
Yeah, it was bad.
He's in fucking Colorado.
So
He's
in that
like,
case,
good weeks.
Aaron Judge should not be the MVP this year.
Oh, right.
He was so bad.
So bad,
He
right,
was-
right.
He should not be.
Right.
Good with baseball because I have a question for Dews as he's walking back in.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I think we're good on baseball.
All right.
Mets deserve. Mets. The last thing I'll say is the Mets at this point deserve their fans to be in, not all in. Like, don't give away all the prospects, but make a move and try to contend for a wild card spot here.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
Make a move.
Okay.
What happened?
What's
to,
that face for? What do you mean by that?
You should stay put.
What happened to Senga?
I think
He's out for the year.
Calf strain.
Senga getting hurt.
Here?
Yeah, he could pitch in the playoffs potentially.
Yeah, bullshit. You're going to ramp up in time?
Yeah.
That's a lie. Calf strain.
You shouldn't give up much, is what I'm saying. I don't think you should. I think you should.
No,
just,
but like trades like for Winker, like that's okay.
Winker's
like
fine.
go get
How
a
about for
reliever.
Snell?
I don't think you should.
Snell's going to cost you a lot.
Yeah, but what's the deal? Do you think you could sign Snell?
No.
No.
He's gonna go into the. He's gonna be a free agent.
Right, but can we sign him as a free agent?
Maybe, but then you're at
No one is supposed to have deeper pockets. Than, this is the whole like.
He's a liar.
Yeah,
He's a
he's
criminal.
like
Well, he does have the highest payroll. They
Criminals-
are paying. They do
criminals
have the
usually
highest. They are
lie.
like one of the highest payers in baseball right now.
when they
Yeah.
get they should trade Snell and then sign him
You say
immediately.
that criminals
Like
lie?
here, what do you think you're gonna get?
what's his
Here you
name?
go,
Yeah.
bang.
Is it an investment
just
you want
keeps
to make
going.
over 6 years, though? That's the thing. There's between
Yeah.
paying for 2 months and paying for 6 years.
Yep.
Who do you want to see, Meek?
I would like Blake Snell.
Anybody else?
I'd like Ryan Feltner, Ohio State Buckeye.
But couldn't you get to a certain point where the Snell is who's he on? The Giants?
Yes.
Where the Giants are like relax, Phil. Where the Giants at a certain point that asset is burning a hole in their pocket too and they need to get rid of him. So you don't necessarily give the best package, but they got to get rid of him too.
That's what you're hoping for.
so
That's what,
many teams
Tuesday
are
at 5
hoping
o'clock. That's
for.
what you're
Yeah,
hoping for, right?
exactly.
Like, but the risk of that is what if someone leapfrogs
Yeah,
you and takes
I
it?
agree.
That's the showdown.
I wouldn't. We're coming from my general manager.
The Snell's on the Giants for the next 2 months. That's a loss for them too.
But they're right there though, and they have a starting pitching staff. Are they going to win the World Series? Probably not.
No.
But they have a starting pitching staff that can compete
Yeah.
to get a wild card.
Logan
spot
Webb
could be
and-
very good in the playoffs.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to face them in a 3-game series.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're 3.5 back, and they got to climb over 6 teams to get there. So
I know that's the thing. The 6.5 team. There's a million teams in the mix. That's what the problem is.
There's also a million teams that would want Snell.
Yeah.
That's what I think the bidding would definitely get. I mean, the Yankees, Dodgers, Mets, even
almost every team would.
Orioles,
Yeah, I
I
mean the
mean-
Orioles especially. Yeah,
bunch of teams.
if the Orioles get Scooble, then the Yankees should be terrified.
I think it's unlikely Skubal gets moved. That's just
I think
my
you're right.
personal take.
I think you're right. I think it's a big enough deal where it would have happened by now.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Don't the Orioles have like a ridiculous prospect system too?
Yes,
They
they
don't-
absolutely have the prospects to do it very,
Yeah.
very easily.
When Scooble's deal up?
He has 2 years after this one.
See, that's a steal.
I don't think. I think they went the cheaper
They
route
wouldn't
with that
steal
one.
him, though. That they'd have to give up.
Oh, I mean, but like you
ton
get him for another 2 years. That's not just a rental.
Right.
cheap,
Oh.
though, too.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you take Screwball, but I think the Orioles are going to be happy enough going into the postseason with the top 3 that they have.
I think they make one more move at least. Now it might not be a move of that size for sure.
Yeah.
And the other thing with that I like about the F1 deal for the Orioles too is they got him for another year. So another year they can shove it
And
in the Yankees' face.
He's not doing as well as he did last year, but he's a very good pitcher with postseason experience. Who is an excellent clubhouse guy. Like he fucking everybody like when he was in Philly, he was like the one guy everyone just fucking loved on and off the field, and was just the nicest guy ever. So he will fit right well wherever he is. And that's talking Zach Eflin.
All right. Moving topics. I guess basically you have to have some type of aura to play in the Olympics.
Yeah, apparently so.
And I'm a Jason Tatum guy, Duke guy, loved him there. Trolling aside, it's fucking crazy he didn't play a single minute in that game.
What was the official reason why he didn't play?
I had a dream last
Rotations?
night.
0.
I'm not even.
Really?
Just like
Zero.
healthy scratch.
I'm not kidding. Last night I had a dream that I played before Jason.
Joe Embiid was given quality minutes.
Yeah, he's a disaster too for the
So
team.
bad.
Disaster.
The plus minus on that was incredible.
So bad.
-8 with him on the court, plus 34 with them off.
What was
It's
the
a different
actual-
game. It's a different game ever
And
since.
it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, Nikola Jokic was babying him, like cooking him.
What was the
Barbecue
like,
chicken, as Shaq would say.
Hey, there's no spacing, Ev. There's no spacing in the national court.
He just does
Weird
not.
rules.
With their team, he just does not fit.
No.
They're so much better when AD plays the 5. Even Bam. When Bam plays the 5, they're
But
better.
honestly, Tatum would fit in so perfectly. I just don't get it. And like telling that he would play, he's gonna play Wednesday. Like, then why wouldn't you play him the first game? It was very odd.
Like
Like,
AAU basketball. It's just like, yeah, he didn't play here. I'll make sure you start next game. He will start next game. Watch.
He was
probably.
pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be mad too, bro. You just won a championship. You're like obviously on one of the best teams. You're the second best player on your team. Like, I'm just kidding. I'm just. But
Also
seriously,
hilarious
like,
that
what?
Derek White's getting like legit.
Yeah, like what's that about?
like heavily in the rotation.
And
That's
then
funny.
Jalen Brown's tweeting about fucking Grant Hill saying he's a conspiracist. It's fuck the Celtics are. It's wild.
Healthy
shit
scratches.
happening.
Someone was saying that Steve Kerr, like this is like just high level like IQ like mental warfare.
I don't. I
I don't think that's true, but it's
I guess the thing is now it's going to align Brown and Tatum to just both hate Kerr. Be like, this guy's an asshole.
Yeah, I
do,
think
do you need to be doing that in this Olympics with this?
I don't think that's actually what he's doing, but it's just funny to think about.
I-
Also, just funny seeing him and Halliburton. Halliburton's having a grand old time. Just couldn't be happier to be the 15th guy, and Tatum's sitting there like so pissed off on the bench the whole fucking time.
I think that it's also like, I don't know. One, you pissed off like every single Celtic. Like you pissed. Now Jalen Brown has a chip on his shoulder. You just gave Tatum a chip on his shoulder.
Jalen Brown.
I also,
I mean, Derek White couldn't be happy.
but also like, but Derek White.
White's fun.
Derek
White's
White,
having time of his life.
Derek
Derek
White and
gold
Drew
medal.
Holiday.
It's great.
Derek White and Drew Holiday are like clearly just like role players that like
Oh, yeah,
will
Drew
never,
Holiday.
they'll never
Yeah.
sit. They'll never sit in the
Drew Holiday
Olympics.
starts. He's a starter.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like they're not like ball dominant players. I thought that like they were looking at it like every game, depending on matchups or whatnot. Like it'll be like Tatum, Booker, or like KD who would get limited minutes. That's what I kind of got from after the game. But after seeing the backlash from sitting Tatum the entire game, I think that the player that gets the least minutes will probably play at least like 5.
But they blew him out, and the two guys that play his position, KD and LeBron, were both unbelievable.
KD had like one of the best
KD
halves of
literally
his
couldn't
career.
miss.
Yeah.
And I mean LeBron was going. LeBron almost had a triple double in like 25 minutes.
They're both.
LeBron was unbounable in that game as well.
both
All I saw
incredible.
online was just that it was because KD played and like not. I don't know. That's
I mean, KD literally couldn't miss.
yeah. So
Could
I
not
don't know.
miss.
Halftime numbers were fucking insane.
He was 5 for 5 from 3 in the first half.
Yeah.
And what,
Eight for
eight for 8. Yeah.
But it literally couldn't miss.
And
It's unbelievable.
Who'd they play? Serbia?
Serbia.
Yeah.
So Jokic, like
So Serbia
Bogdanovic.
is
Like a medal contender in team.
medal
USA.
contender. This is going to be easiest. It's going to be walkthrough. It's going to be so stupid. It's going to be fun to watch. I watch it, but they're going to beat the shit out of every team.
I didn't. I watched like most of the game.
No, yeah, I did too. Are you guys watching any other Olympics? I watched
I haven't
Simone Biles.
Not a second.
She was wild.
This morning just was
Didn't
on when I woke up.
Ledecky, did I dream this, or did Ledecky lose an event already?
Pretty sure she lost, or like came in second.
Is that her best event?
I don't know.
That was one she was supposed to win gold? Why is this not being talked about more? I thought she was supposed to, like... they
No,
don't even-
she was an underdog in one.
she was a dog in one?
I miss back in the day where like it was appointment television for Michael Phelps and Lochte before he lied about getting robbed. Like I wish I
Talk about what is he doing right now?
I don't know, man.
Something dumb.
Lockheed's probably living life.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I agree.
Like, I think
Yeah.
it's honestly, Lockheed's having
Either one way or another with him.
Did he have a reality show for a while too after that?
Did?
Him just doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
went to Florida, right? He was a Gator.
No.
I think there were some crazy stories like he was there at like kind of.
Yeah, he was there on the campus the same time as all those wackos were on there.
Like, wait, was his stupidity, was that an act or was that
I think that was real.
No, it's real.
He was a dum-dum.
it's tough?
That thing at the was it
was
the gas station or whatever it
Yeah,
was.
he said he got robbed and beat up or something, and he just didn't.
Footage came out and
Just like punched himself in the eye, basically. But remember that though, like it
Jim
was
Carrey and Liar Liar.
like when Usain Bolt would be
Bolt
running,
was awesome.
Like we would all like you just want to sit down and watch. Now it's like
Well, yeah,
I
but
think Simone Biles is up there. I don't.
I
care
think
what
the
you
track
about
though, dude, you
gymnastics.
could if you're telling me somebody's fast or the fastest man in the world or there's a favorite in the 100-meter dash, I'm still gonna probably watch that. Just
That's what I'm saying,
there's
but
something
now
to
there's-
just fast guys running.
There's
like the
not,
Derby.
Is what I'm
What?
saying.
Like the Derby. You put it
Exactly,
on,
exactly
you know,
like the
20
Derby,
seconds
yeah.
over, it's done.
Something
Saying
I
there's
could
not
watch.
like a name that you. What's the track guy we know right now?
That kind of
I
comes
know,
and
but I
goes. Oh, it's
still-
Carl Lewis, then it was Bolt. Now it's probably somebody
could still-
else.
I
Oh,
can
there's
still
a
watch
there's
track.
a there's a Netflix series called Sprint with those guys. I forget his name, but he's actually the American guy. Is actually pretty endearing right now.
I could still watch track. Same thing with
So
swimming.
I'm not saying I
speed.
can't watch it. I'll watch it. I'm saying, but it was a point. Like
Yeah.
literally everyone.
Who, like
watched
your
it.
point, I think, is like who are the marquee names this year, and it's
Just Simone Biles. And
What do you
then,
guys
like,
think about this? My dad brought this up the other day, just Olympics in general. And I watched a little of the opening ceremony. That was tough. That was long. I know maybe I'm not an opening ceremony
It's
guy.
always long, man.
It was long, dude.
Long.
I was like,
Always
just get to the lighting
A lot
of
of
the
people.
torch here. It was a lot. The gymnastics, boxing, and I think like one other event, he was like sour on because the competitors aren't the ones who dictate the championships. They're not the ones who dictate it. You have a judge.
Ah, gotcha.
You know what I mean? It was an interesting theory that I had never thought of. Like swimming, you train. Like if you lose, it's on you, man. That was it. Running, you're running next to the guy. You saw that guy win. There's no like, he did this, he did that. Like with the certain events, there's a judge, and that just puts like almost like a damper on it as a viewer. It was something I never thought of, and I was like, it's a pretty good point.
I mean, 72 Olympics though, like the U.S. claims they
Yeah,
got
but I'm
robbed
just
because there's a
saying in
ref.
I'm
So, I mean,
saying-
every
I'm saying in general,
right.
for the most part, the
Well, that's-
players dictate the championships. Otherwise,
Yeah, go watch I, Tonya.
yeah.
Did you see the surfing?
Figure skating too. Yeah, that's another one for winter. But
Did you guys see the surfing thing?
no,
So they
it's in Tahiti.
right. You can't. They're not doing it on the French beaches. So like they're doing it in French Polynesia.
It's halfway across the
and,
world.
Like Tegapuku or something. Like I definitely botched the name, but the waves are so big and it's like deadly. Women weren't allowed to surf there until 2022.
Wow.
Now I saw that on
Why
TikTok.
just women?
I don't know. I guess that like in their culture they probably seem like inferior or something. But I don't know. It's really like huge waves. Like they're not like. I don't know. Smitty was trying to set me up.
I mean, he did. He
He
set
was
you
trying
up.
to set me up. So
He goes probably because they're inferior.
I mean, Duke Sneaky put a politic this way around. He said in their culture,
yeah.
they may
He was,
see
he
women
was
as
trying to
less
set me up, so
inferior.
I came back with a glass.
I was just asking a question. I didn't know.
Look, I'm just trying to give you their perspective.
Duke's did a little PR there.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
In their culture, they
Yes.
feel this way sometimes. I don't. But they do.
And they're like not. They're staying in like on a boat in the middle of the ocean. I think it's like the craziest thing.
It sounds like being an Olympian is awful. Like it's cool to go for like you're like to win something for your country, play for your country, but then it's like the conditions usually sound like it stinks.
You see what they're sleeping on in the Olympic Village? It's like cardboard beds.
Yeah.
I
It's
saw the
always
one
like
guy. I know a guy that he does wrestling. We interviewed him on Spinning Back, but it looked like okay. I mean, definitely no like nothing fancy or
I
nothing.
think it depends on what sport you do.
The NBA guys aren't staying there, are they?
No,
They get to stay in the
They
nice
booked that
hotel.
shit.
They're at the Four Seasons.
Well, it varies so much because you have like the NBA guys who they make disgusting amounts of money.
Yeah.
There's other guys out there that are
Right.
make nothing.
Most Olympians don't. Right. Yeah.
So I was talking with fights. I was like, I think that I want.
NBA guys should sponsor other athletes.
I wasn't
Sorry.
talking at all.
They should just pick a random track guy. He gets to stay in a fucking Four Seasons.
Track guys, I'd imagine, do like okay.
Probably do fine.
Get some sponsorships, the shoes.
Yeah.
and- I'm not rolling in it, but I'm saying like making a living.
Maybe. I guess the water polo guys might be struggling.
Yeah, sponsor a water polo guy.
You think
Speedo.
there's
You should sponsor one.
You think there's an obscure sport that I can train for the next 4 years for the LA Olympics?
Oh, Marty. I mean, PMT ran this to the ground. But if we grew up just solely didn't play other sports and just handball, we'd be on that team.
Yeah, I agree. I think there is a sport that you can train and qualify for.
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah, well, Viv said he was like doing handball back in like 2008, like him and his buddies back.
They still have speed walking as a fucking Olympic event?
I tried out for
That was
handball
electric.
Did you?
in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, I went to 1 day of tryouts.
What happened?
I got hungover and I didn't want to go back for day 2.
Okay.
Oh, but you made it past day 1.
Yeah, I mean it was like a 2-day tryout, so like everyone made it. To
All right.
It wasn't even, it was like Team USA. It was like regional shit. Like I tried out for goalkeeper.
Maybe I'll try it. I'm not gonna train for 4
No,
years.
now you won't make it. But if that was the sport that you played since birth, I think you'd have a
I'm
shot.
saying even a more obscure sport than that. Like there's some other sports that are like, are many people even trying this one? I don't know. There were some. I turned on a sport the other day. They were doing some crazy shit, jumping out of boats and stuff. It was nuts.
I was just watching slalom, like in the canoes.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
One
And
of
then,
those ones.
did you hear about like the river? The river just like they're making people swim, triathletes in the river, like the Seine River,
Yeah.
and it just has shit in it. It has E.
Oh.
coli.
Ugh.
Nobody can like train it for 2 days.
The volleyball under the where they're playing on the court. What's the fucking thing in Paris?
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower. The
Oh my god.
I forgot what it was called. I know what it is, but it was the court is like right under. It's kind of sick.
Yeah.
What? I forgot the Eiffel
That's
Tower.
I don't think you can forget the Eiffel Tower. If it was Notre Dame, Notre
gives
Dame,
a
or
fuck?
the Arc of Triumph, that's
The
acceptable.
amount.
I don't think you can forget the Eiffel
Smitty,
Tower.
You forget everything.
I never forgot.
And you mispronounce everything.
I think the Eiffel
You
Tower.
can't say a word. If it was Clement that did it, maybe I'd be like, all right, he's upset.
I think the Eiffel Tower is like one of 4 things in the world that you can never forget.
What are the other
Eiffel Tower,
3?
The pyramids,
Statue of Liberty.
Pyramid?
Statue of Liberty. You can't not remember what it's called.
Yes, you can.
The
I don't
Eiffel
get-
Tower?
Don't forget, like, from the rest of my life. In the moment, I forgot it. Also, I could give a fuck about the Eiffel Tower. Who cares about it?
I mean, I think French people do. I mean, people like.
Yeah, I'm not French.
Do you care about the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, Statue of Liberty.
Honestly,
Yeah.
not particularly, no.
Why?
Am I thinking about the Statue of Liberty ever? No. I see it a ton.
That's unfortunate.
I like it, I guess. I don't like it. Do you guys care about it?
No, I've said I don't care about history. Like
You don't care about history,
monuments, like,
right?
just does nothing for me.
Oh
Doesn't
man,
move me.
you would have created
Doesn't
you.
make my balls.
Ev, if you were alive the time the French gave the Statue of Liberty over to America and were placing bets at Ellis Island on like what boats were coming, who was in and out, who was able to come into the country and not, put some lines on that responsibly.
At that time, I might have. I'll say I could definitely do what Jason Tatum did.
Yeah,
They're winning gold medal with me.
that's true.
If I'm the 15th man on USA basketball,
absolutely.
we're winning gold.
Jason Tatum's on vacation.
I could do exactly what Tatum did yesterday.
Yes.
I could do it better. I'd have a smile on my face.
You'd
I'd just
have a
I'd
half
hold-
a
I'd hold it like
yeah.
this.
Half your face. Yeah.
I'd hold it. I could give half.
You know what you guys can become Olympians in? Did you guys see like I remember 4 years ago, it was Tokyo had the Olympics.
Tokyo.
So you get automatic participants.
It's Tokyo.
I just said Tokyo.
Yeah, I think it's Tokyo.
What's
We're
going
doing
Learn that in
pronunciations now?
freshman English.
All right,
It's
whatever.
Tokyo.
Tokyo, whatever. I'm glad that Bosco's giving me a pronunciation class right now.
Another guy who
Freshman
can't
global.
pronounce
Crazy.
anything.
Shout
We're
out
all
Mr.
dumb.
Flo.
Yeah, we're all shot as fuck.
Tokyo.
And there's a lot of correcting going on today, and it's
Tokyo.
crazy.
Bottom line is, like, if you watch skateboarding in 2020, 2021, whenever it was held, it
At
was
Tokyo.
hilarious. It was hilarious because they didn't know how to skateboard. So like skateboarding was the first year that they did it, and people from like all these like countries that skateboarding isn't a huge thing would just go and fucking suck.
Yeah.
It-
You see that
It would
one
just
guy who
miserably failed.
the diver that did like a bat, like
Yes,
land on his
exactly
back.
like
Yeah,
That was
right.
fucking awesome.
I could do that too.
Yeah. Well,
I know it's
Jump off the diving board.
Bigger splash
Just
too.
cannonball.
Yeah, I would rather watch you do it.
you guys don't feel bad. Poor guy probably trained his whole life for just that one moment.
honestly, I know
the
him more
twist in
now
the
than fucking
Yeah, you
anybody.
can't forget. Can't forget the Eiffel Tower. Pull the video.
No, I'm not denying that. Not denying that I'm a moron. Jesus.
Pull the video.
2015, Meek?
Is that the Clear Eyes Full Hearts? Oh yeah, it has to be,
video.
right? I was
Meek,
gonna
you're
say.
pulling shit up from 2015.
That's Dukes, not Meek.
Dukes.
I haven't seen
This
this.
video needs to get played.
Well,
One
that's
sec.
video.
Bob,
Come on,
wait,
Connor,
hold on.
you're in for a treat.
Yo, Vince, Clear Eyes.
Vogel. Yeah, thank you.
Clear eyes.
Yo, Vince, clear eyes. Vogel. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Never. He turned around expecting like a stroke victim.
Oh man.
Smitty, who on the panel sent that to me?
Oh, Meek.
No.
Oh, no. Rico.
Yeah.
Do you like
It's
it?
just an all
You have that on your phone?
I had to Google it, but no, it's on there.
Pretty fucking.
Hey. People forget. He was
I was just
QB1.
saying, forget Eiffel
Vince
Tower.
was
Eiffel Tower's a
QB1.
bad forget. That's a bad forget.
People are all the women in the office and guys are salivating when Michael B. Jordan's in, think he's a big-time superstar. No, QB1.
He's the reason we don't get
I was
told.
gonna say, he's the reason we don't get told in advance
Yeah.
what celebrities are coming in the office.
Right.
Actually,
Because every woman on the third floor was just like breathing heavily over her shoulder.
Yeah.
Yes, Marty, I apologize for you not knowing the Eiffel Tower.
No, it's
in 5
okay.
seconds.
Call me
I
out.
do have a mispronunciation issue.
You guys call me out. Do you guys believe that Geno Smith doesn't watch TV for the past 10 years?
I don't know.
I don't believe that.
I think you. Yeah.
I hate when people say that. It's a lot of time. in the
TV.
day.
I don't understand what it
That's
means.
what I'm saying. He probably picks and chooses. He probably doesn't sit down and watch
It's like a
TV
Gary V
show.
comment. I
Yeah.
like Gary V, but
It's like there's a lot of time in the day. You're watching TV at some point.
yeah, at some point.
Did you guys finish? Did you watch the Giants thing?
No, it comes out tomorrow.
No, last week's
Yeah.
episode 4. I thought that was interesting, seeing all like the quarterbacks go through like everything that they wanted. They were like, Jaden Daniels, did you want to be here? The guy's like, yeah. Like, what is he gonna say? No.
You had an interesting tweet about Daniel Jones yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want can you pull up Marty's tweet about Daniel
I don't
Jones?
find anything interesting about it.
Then why'd you tweet it? I'm saying it's interesting. You don't find your own tweets to have interesting.
Usually not.
While you're pulling that up, how do you
Not
guys think Daniel Jones is reacting to watching or hearing about how his GM just was trying to?
He doesn't.
I think
up
he
to-
knows. He knows. He
respectfully,
said it. He's got to
yeah.
be an idiot if he doesn't know.
Yeah, respectfully, he's played shitty enough. I don't give a fuck what he feels about it.
All right.
Because he sucked. So
Yeah, it's this one
I don't know
here.
what he'd expect.
Fair enough.
So this is interesting. Everyone wants to show Danny Dimes bad throws, but look at this beautiful throw. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Everyone wants to show his shitty throws.
Right.
But doesn't.
It's
show
the
his
next
good
sentence that I found intriguing. This is our quarterback taking us to the playoffs this year.
Yes.
Oh, we discussed this in the show. We decided.
That's just-
I think we all agreed they're not going to the playoffs.
No, I disagree.
Oh, they're going to the
I think they have. Is it realistic?
I'm not
No,
sure
But
if
do
you
they have
know.
a window with that defense?
It's not what
if he doesn't turn the
couch
ball
that-
over.
Well, yeah, no shit, Smitty.
Malik
He didn't
Neighbors
couch
is-
that statement though. He said this is the. He said the Giants are going to the playoffs this year.
Yes, they are. I've now. I don't know if you know. I talked to him for 45 minutes. His ear off. I was texting Ev during it. He's coming to my wedding now, by the way.
Okay, so he seems like a nice guy, but
Great guy.
yeah.
He was like, I was very honest with him. Not going to let you know everything he said, but he was like, listen, I have to play better. I know like what I'm doing. I know what's happening. And also I got hurt. It was like, I've been out a lot, and he was very honest about it. He was very like, yeah, he's been working out. He's ginormous now.
I
Jacked.
mean, he's always been a big guy.
Oh, jacked though. Just jacked. And listen, I think that with our defense is very good. With Thibodeau and Burns like on the edges, and then Lawrence in the middle, like that's a fucking crazy. It's our cornerbacks that are a little bit of a problem.
Can you get up that photo that Mush took with Danny Jones, please?
He gets
Opening up with Vikings and Commanders is kind of all you can ask for. We could be 2-0.
yeah.
Well, I think you'd ask for the other 15 games to be easy because the schedule gets a lot harder after
Yeah, but
that.
you got to go get a certain amount of wins.
We went through the schedule 2 weeks ago on this show, and we decided it was like 6 or 7 was like the ceiling.
But if you can get 2 in the first,
You never know
it's a
what's-
great start. If you can get 2 in the first 2, it's a great start.
The only thing I'll say is you would have said the same thing 2 years ago when they made the playoffs. I'm not.
I would have.
I'm not
right.
even sitting here saying.
But I would also have said the 4 years they didn't make it before that too. Yeah, he would.
I mean, he's.
I don't know what you guys.
Dialed in.
What do you see wrong? He gets a little. His eyes get when you see a flash. He goes like this. You know, flash gets him. The funny thing
Dialed
is,
in.
like it is. I almost.
I always wonder what the defensive lineman sees.
He did.
It's just.
The funny thing is, he was just like barely. He wasn't even drinking. Like he was very sober.
It's just very funny optics.
No, I know it is. It is.
So you said he's going to go to your wedding?
Oh yeah.
So is Meek Phil going to your wedding? Because that could be fireworks.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, I just thought, because imagine if Meek Phil met, because Meek Phil famously hates Daniel Jones.
Yeah, but Meek Phil would say nothing to him.
Oh, nothing.
Why would I
He'd be
think a scene at Marty's wedding, dude?
He'd be tweeting.
If I brought Daniel Jones in here, which is it's now an actual possibility, would you say anything?
I would be brutally honest that I don't think you're a good quarterback.
You would say that to him.
I would say I think you've been very bad and injured throughout your entire career. I think you're probably the
I still think he'd say it a
33rd
little
best
different.
quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah,
You
you wouldn't say that.
You might say you'd be like, you could have played better. You would not say he's the 33rd best quarterback in the NFL to his face.
I think it's worse when you said you're very bad your whole career.
Which is wrong.
That's crazy
He's
to
had
say
a couple
something.
good seasons.
Yeah.
Also, Meek would say something nice first and then say it.
I didn't boo you on your draft night. I didn't want you, but I didn't boo you.
Oh man, you got to
Fill
bring.
him with kindness, Meek.
You kind of have to bring Daniel Jones in here now if you can. Just between that and Ev's draft night video, just replaying it for him in front of his face.
Playing in Robbie's.
Bro, that's not me. Look at my face. Don't look like that.
Oh man.
I don't know if I could bring him in.
I mean, yeah, he just.
Are we willing to place?
I might compliment him the most.
Are we willing to place bets in the show about the Giants making the playoffs? Like, how much do you actually believe this, or is this the thing?
Well, it would have to be odds.
This is a
obviously.
Falcon show. This is a Falcon show moving forward.
No, I honestly I do think that
Even Giants fans jumping off your bandwagon.
I do think their defense can keep them in games where Daniel Jones doesn't have to be the best quarterback. Like, he has to be an average quarterback.
Yeah, well, that's what happened a couple years ago. Sure.
I also think the narrative on him is spun so far the opposite way.
He's getting the Zach Wilson treatment.
Like, yeah, people acting like he's
not
like the
that bad.
worst
Oh,
quarterback ever. I don't think he's good, but people are like saying like he's like not even like a start. Like, he's a top 32 quarterback.
I don't know if he's a starter in the NFL.
if he doesn't,
I don't know if that's true.
quarterback.
I think he's not Zach Wilson. You're absolutely right, Ev. But like, if you have Daniel Jones starting in the NFL, you're not a good team. You're very bad. You're probably
He's a
very
starting
bad.
quarterback. Like, he could start for the Broncos right now. He can start for I'm trying to not the Panthers.
And this team's making the playoffs.
Yes.
I mean, you could say that. I mean, there seems like you
he'd
say
start for the
Panthers,
Vikings.
Vikings,
right
Panthers.
now. If game day was
Panthers,
today,
Panthers.
He can start for at
no,
least.
not Panthers.
He could start for. He's better
I
than.
mean, he can,
better than
but they're
Bryce
not going.
Bryce Young was horrible last year. You know, like we.
Yeah, but to say he can't start for the, he could start for the Panthers.
Yeah,
Patriots.
Yeah.
Patriots, yeah, like
Patriots. Yeah.
Bucks.
He wouldn't start for the Patriots.
Not the Bucks.
Drake May looks like
Yes,
a
the
Hall of Famer.
Bucks.
Not the Bucks.
I'll say this right now,
Bucks are
as
gonna finish
an
third in their
Eagles
division.
fan, if Daniel Jones stays healthy and keeps his overall turnovers under 12,
That's an insane number.
I don't think so. He did that 2 years ago.
Yeah, he almost like he just did it.
Yeah, he did 2 years ago. I think the Giants have a very good chance.
Well, 12 is a low number. Even like
12 is.
I was gonna say under like even good fumbles
15.
under like 20.
Yeah, 20.
It's not even like that.
Because he rushes a lot and he's going to need to. I'm big on the Giants defense again.
they're great.
I think they're going to be better than.
Got better.
I think they're going to be like they're going to be like an average team this year, which is better than people expect.
An average
I think they're going to
team.
be a little bit better than people expect.
And if you go 9-8, you have a fighting chance to sneak into the wild card.
Yes.
Malik Neighbors is that good.
He looks in camp. He looks unbelievable.
Another thing I wanted to do was something more in the NFL. Something else happened. Totally forget.
Ty France to the Reds. That just happened.
Yep. God, you got that in. That helps.
No more breaking news.
Although you had, wasn't it the rule? There was a rule that Meek had to run all breaking news by Dukes moving forward. Because he on Friday, Meek started screaming breaking news when the news was not.
This was significant. Like you would have thought that Justin Steele got traded to the Orioles.
I thought
It was the Austin Hayes trade. He starts screaming, breaking news, breaking news.
I thought that was a big trade.
It was a significant. It was a trade deadline trade.
How did you feel about it? How did you feel about it?
Bench players.
I don't hate it, especially since they didn't give up much. I mean, Pache.
No, not from that perspective. Like, did it shock you? To your core?
Not to my core. It did as a Phillies fan a little bit because it just seemed early and a little premature for like they needed an outfield bat and to not settle, but like when Luis Roberts out there and yes, Rizziano got traded early that morning. When there's more options out there, I think they jumped the gun maybe a little bit on Austin Hayes, but they got who Dombrowski wanted, and I'm okay with it.
I thought it was a big enough trade to say breaking news, but
On this show, yes, I think that would have been a
Thank
big
you.
enough.
There you go, Phil.
Say breaking news.
Thank
Maybe
you,
not. Maybe not come your pants breaking news and make it sound like Justin Steele illustrated, but I think that's breaking news.
Giants are plus 400 to make the playoffs, by the way, on DraftKings.
Love it. There it is funny. Like Brent Rooker got a DM. He went out. One guy said you sold me yesterday one leg away from 21K and you can only hit singles. He goes, my brother. I cannot even begin to express how much I do not care. I like.
I love that. I kind of love that. Even
too.
as a bettor, I love that.
Yeah. Bettors that actually like DM players.
Yeah, you're
always
so weird.
Anyway.
My brother deleted it off.
My brother, I could. That's so funny.
I wish you hit him with my brother in Christ.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing was
People said Duhan, Chris.
I almost
Duhan
wish
would
you
get
said. I almost
approached
wish
all
you
the
said. I'm
time.
glad I didn't get
Yeah,
home run just so you lost.
They were like that shot from half court screwed me. Duhan's like, we lost in the fucking Final Four. Like,
Yeah,
how do you think
don't
I feel?
care. Did you see
Rooker
the
is so good,
The
but-
little scuffle that Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers got into.
No, I didn't.
I did.
It was
Yeah.
a little jawing at each other.
I wouldn't even say it's scuffling.
Oh,
yeah.
yapping.
Yeah.
Rodgers was kind of like getting in his face a little bit.
A little bit. It did end with a handshake.
Yeah, I know a handshake, but it
I
was
like
a
the
little-
passion.
But I liked it kind of. I like that.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I think people always take that shit like way too over.
Listen, we got 6 Sundays. That's it.
For college, there's 3.
I know, but for NFL 6 Sundays because
August 24th, we have real college football.
when's the real game start?
31st.
Mm.
Week 1 is 31st.
You get a conference
So
game.
you'll get, like,
you get a
I think-
conference game on the 24th.
Yeah,
You get
20
Florida State against Georgia Tech. Pretty
That's what
sure.
I'm saying. We get a real game the 24th.
Yeah, I just sometimes they're week 0.
29th,
So
30th.
bad.
I think there's big games even the Thursday, Friday. Week 1.
Oh, there's games.
Like,
No,
there's
North
like
Carolina,
legit games.
Minnesota is a slept-on game.
Yeah, like
That's
there's
Friday.
There's real games.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There's big time
August.
games. And
In
they did a
August.
great thing this year with Labor Day where it's 12, 3:30, and 7 are all like really, really good in a row. So you can get, if you only have the set of 1 eyeballs, you can be locked in 12, 3:30, and 7.
Week 1 this year for college football is stacked.
Yeah.
Great slate. Really good slate.
Georgia, Clemson. 3:30 is Miami, Florida. And the 7 o'clock that I'm locked into is Notre Dame, A&M.
My whole
Did
season.
you
whole
hit up
season.
our guy yet to come on the show?
Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
I've done it.
actually got one guy at the Jersey Shore was like, hey, like I'm a huge Pick Central fan and I love the Brad episodes. I was like, oh yeah, it starts.
Brad's the best.
Thursday college football.
And that's my whole season.
Shut up, Brad.
I have Notre Dame. I think it's 26 or 24 to 1 to win it all. That's my first game of the whole season.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not the whole.
If they
season
beat
anymore,
A&M on the
but-
road,
Yeah.
they're gonna make the playoff.
Yeah, if they win, I'm set. If they
Yeah.
lose, I got
Lose, you could still make it, but
Yeah. All right, that is the show. The Yak is up.
picks.
Picks.
Oh yeah,
Got picks.
yes,
getting
yes.
us off on our own show. I got the Guardians, and we got the hit parade today. Guardians. Ev.
Yeah, we got hit parade. I like the. I'm gonna take the Yankees plus money today. Gale's been pitching a lot better. And we're gonna take the Mariners plus money as well, plus 100 with Gilbert on the mound.
They did just say that Nestor Cortez has been in a lot of the trade talks for the
Interesting.
Yankees. I'm going Yankees plus 120. I'm going with the Cubs minus 110. Tyone's pitching, so
Well, yeah, he's going to pitch until he gets traded. I think he gets moved.
yeah, sure,
No, like I think the Cubs made that move for Paredes yesterday for next year.
yeah.
Why do you say he's
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
I'm going with the Blue Jays plus 145 in the first game. I'm going to go with the Mets minus 110, and then I am going to go with the Brewers against the Braves.
my pick of the day is Zach Wheeler under 2.5 earned runs allowed. He's just been so good at home. He's been so good at night. He's just been so good. That's less about the Yankees and more it's about Zach Wheeler. I also like the Diamondbacks run line today. Jordan Montgomery's been pitching a little better, and I'm taking the Pirates money line because it's fucking Paul Skeens. That's the only reason. He's so good.
I got the Guardians too with Bibby on the mound. I got Orioles game 1 minus 1.5 with Eflin on the mound, and I play of the play pick central for Smitty here. Under 9 Phillies Yankees. Zach Wheeler, obviously, he's going for Cy Young. Gil is back. He's been pitching well since his little monstrosity at the end of the All-Star break. 2 good starts in a row. But more importantly, the Phillies in this lineup do fucking awful against young solid pitching that they've never seen before. Last year, Bibby shut him out. Fat, where the fuck his name is in the playoffs. Yep. Gil, same sort of scenario right now. Under 9, we're looking at a 2-1 ball game, folks.
I'll ride with you. I like those pitchers. Oh, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Play of the pick central for Smitty.
All right. That's the show. The Yak is up next. We will see